Before Yungblud would perform sold-out shows, including a set in Leeds that made him cry. Before Yungblud would collab with artists like MGK, Travis Barker, Charlotte Lawrence, and his girlfriend Halsey for their song 11 Minutes, which has more than 35 million views on YouTube at the time of this recording.
When people come to my shows, I want people to leave like exhausted. I don't want people to walk out and be like, oh man, that was sick, should we go grab a meal? I want people to be like, I need to go to bed. Before
Yungblud would have over 180,000 followers on Twitter, more than 1 million followers on Instagram, and close to 750,000 subscribers on YouTube at the time of this recording.
Like, I've got so much energy, like you can tell, like, you know what I mean, I'm always moving, and I was always just so opinionated and just so full of energy.
Before Yungblud would drop songs like Loner, which has more than 6 million views, Medication, which has over 7 million views, Parents, which has more than 11 million views on YouTube, and the original song Tell It Like It Is from the Disney original show The Lodge. Who would have thunk it? Now, Yungblud has quickly become one of the most talked about new artists this year, from his honest lyrics to his energetic personality and how intensely he connects with his fans. It's really hard not to love this guy. But his journey to stardom, it's been a long road. In fact, before he was performing with MGK and Travis Barker, well, he was performing with his band on a Disney Channel show. I guess, everyone needs to get their break somewhere.
I don't want to tell people what to think. I just want to empower people to say what they think.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCrudden walking you through the life and career of Yungblud prior to fame. Here for you, of course, and before they were famous. Now, we've recently covered Lizzo, and we have a rich life on MGK coming your way shortly. But before we start, I got a trivia question for you guys. What is the name of the character that Yungblud played in his first acting role way back in 2015? Place your guesses in the comments down below. Now let's get into this video. Yungblud was born Dominic Richard Harrison on August 5th, 1997 in Doncaster, England, with his two younger sisters, Jemima and Isabella. Now, his mother Sam, she was a stay-at-home mom who took care of Dom, and his father Justin, he worked at a guitar shop. So Dom, he had music in his life from a very young age. He'd also always have access to instruments, so came in handy. Now, not only that, but his grandfather, he was actually a musician as well. He performed with the English rock band T-Rex a couple of times back in the 70s.
Everyone always says like Yungblud's granddad was Mark Bolan, the lead singer of T-Rex. That is not the case. I think he performed with him like twice when it came through to Donny, but still sick though.
His granddad would also play songs for Dom growing up. Now, Dom, he took inspiration and he ran with it. Now, he was singing and playing guitar ever since he can remember. Then when he was 11 years old, he wrote a song on the guitar and he showed his mom, or likely his mum. Probably how he would have said it.
I played a song and she looks at me, she goes, oh yeah, that's all right that. I'm like, oh thanks mum. Your 11-year-old son just wanted you to be like, oh it's amazing, it's insane. And my mum's actually really nice, but I was just like, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
When he was 12, he performed through a PA system during a bingo night, and eventually he played in some cover bands, but nothing really went far. Now, in school, he loved music, art, and history, but he really hated math and science. Now, he would often skip his math classes to spend time in the drama center or in the music room. Dom's music teacher wouldn't tell anyone about him skipping class. He studied theater and he performed in musicals like West Side Story. At 14, he even performed in a musical with actor Matt Lucas. But in school, he was still a bit of a troublemaker.
Listen to what the kids want. Do not play S Club 7 at a school disco, because everyone will leave.
He said in an interview, at school, some of my teachers didn't like me, but some of my teachers loved me. It was funny. I was a bit of a dickhead. One day at school, his friends, they dared him to pull off what he calls a moonie, which I think is mooning someone. That's what we call it here in North America. But nowadays, people are just calling it pulling a James Charles.
Damn, boy, he's sick, boy!
Now, Dom was never afraid to tell it like it is, which would usually make some of his teachers a bit upset. Now, Yungblud, he was also diagnosed with ADHD, but his mother, she didn't want to put him on medication in fear that it might numb his personality.
At the end of the day, whatever gave me an outlet to I always felt very misunderstood, and I had nowhere to put my energy in, and people just didn't like that.
He told Red Bull, I went to art school in London for a bit, but then kind of figured out that it wasn't right for me. It was kind of a place where they would tell me what to do and how to express myself, and I didn't agree with that. His time in high school, it didn't last very long, because at 16, Yungblud, he dropped out of high school and moved to London to pursue a career as a rock star. Now, he told ABC that for the first couple of years out there, well, he was writing what he called rubbish music. And he did have a YouTube channel called I Am Dom Harrison, where he posted videos of him covering popular songs. We also found this old song of his called Miss Those Days, where he was singing under the last name Harrison. He also got drunk for the first time in Spain at the age of just 16.
I tried to jump off a balcony and thought my mates would catch me.
Gosh.
But they didn't, so I smacked my face on the ground and lost my tooth.
Now, Yungblud's musical inspirations, they're pretty wide-ranging. Now, as a kid, he loved the classics like the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, but his daddy also got him into bands like Oasis and the Arctic Monkeys. Then he found Eminem, NWA, and Kendrick Lamar. The thing about those artists is that they said what they thought and tried to move the needle in culture, not just the music. And I think that, kind of very early on, gave me sight to be rebellious and say what I thought. If I thought something was wrong, I'd say it. If I thought somebody was wrong, I'd say it. That inspired him to want to create a real message and movement behind his music. That was fashion. It was influenced by rock stars like The Who and Mick Jagger. But his first ever concert was a Canadian rock star, good old Bryan Adams. The summer of '69, well, it's an all-time classic. Now, shortly after moving to London, Dom, he was found by Disney. In 2016, Dom, he was cast as a recurring character on Disney's The Lodge. Ironically, his character in the show, well, he was an out-of-town musician who stirred up drama. How perfect. He also appeared on Disney's show The Squeeze as a recurring actor in multiple roles. I guess he was the original Doja Cat, you know? Alright, now it was through his time at Disney that he met his management team who helped him shift away from Disney as he started to realize he had dreams of something bigger. He also wanted to make a real impact with his lyrics. Now, somewhere along the line, Yungblud, he began to find his sound.
I was actually the youngest person on my management roster, and I thought Dominic Harrison for the music I was writing was a bit polite. So I was like, what can I call myself? And my manager always just started calling me the Yungblud. So I was like, okay, sick. And then he comes in the room and says, all right, Yungblud. I'm like, bing, light bulbs. And then double the U, double the flavor.
He mixed pop hooks, hip hop, and punk feelings with cultural commentary into well-polished singles. Now, eventually he moved to LA without much money, but luckily his talent was found by the right people. His song Tin Pan Boy, it was aimed at property developers who wanted to tear down an important area. His song King Charles, it targets modern capitalism, but it was his song I Love You, Will You Marry Me that really caught the attention of the masses. Now, he brought a punk feeling back to mainstream music that has been missing for a while. And from there, well, it seems like every single song he drops, it becomes a cult hit. In November of 2018, Dominic, he started dating singer Halsey. The two first met up in LA for a drink, and well, the rest is history.
And then bish bash bosh, here we go.
She posted a picture that stated, "Darling Dom, everyone who has met you in this life for any amount of time at all will be changed forever because of it. For some, in small ways they won't even realize, for others, in a life-changing way. And every single one of them will be better, from having crossed your path for even a second. You leave an irrevocable shine on every soul you come in contact with. Mine is gleaming. Happy birthday, I love you." And Halsey, she told Rolling Stone that a typical night for them might include listening to the Beatles, ordering Chinese food, and writing poetry on their typewriters. What a match. Now, Dom, he also said in 2019 that his sexuality is very fluid. He stated, "I am more straight. I'm very happy in my relationship with my girlfriend. I'm pretty in love, to be honest. She's a total babe. But if I hadn't met her and I walked down the street and met a fucking bloke tomorrow or a trans person, you never know. It's about connection. I'm very fluid about it." He also spoke about his intent with music. "At the minute, I feel like young people are not being listened to. So music is how I can express my opinions and create change. If we fight, we win." He also stated, "I want to be an artist that doesn't tiptoe on eggshells. I want to say it as it is. And that's what I'm here to do, you know." In terms of his first big purchase with his musical success, well, take a look.
Probably my guitar, man, my Telecaster, that was quite expensive. And I still smash it on stage every night. I shouldn't do, but part of the show, innit?
But before his Disney break in 2015, well, Dom, he appeared in an episode of the TV show Emmerdale. Now, his character's name was Matt, and well, that was the question I asked you at the beginning. So whoever said Matt or Emmerdale, I owe you a follow over on the old IG. Alright guys, I'm wrapping up this video here. Yungblud, you guys requested this one, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know who's next in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in another video. Also, if you're new to this channel, my name is Michael McCrudden. And you know, this is a channel owned and operated by me and a small team. We're like an independent company. We're not like a mainstream magazine. We ain't JQ. We ain't even Genius. So be sure to give us your support. You can do that by hitting join or following us on Patreon. You know, that would be nice. Okay, I'm getting desperate. See you guys in another video. Bye. Boom!